So I've just got back from the supermarket, and when I was coming out, I walked past a car and a guy was sat in the car, and something was just off, unfamiliar. So put my trolley away and walked back, and when I came back I could see quite clearly that he had a CD case on his lap and he was racking up. And I felt really ill. I felt really sorry for him to start with. And then I thought, well, hang on, maybe he's actually enjoying himself. Maybe, but I don't know. At some point I enjoyed it, I think. I must have. I must have. At some point I got some sort of hit out of it before it just became torturous. But you don't sit in Tesco's car park on a Monday afternoon racking up lines if you've got a good, healthy, functional, like, whatever sort of relationship with drugs. Like, even if you can have that, if you can have like a normal relationship with drugs like some people do have with alcohol, if you can have that, then good for you. But I don't think that necessarily exists, not from what I've seen anyway. But yeah, I just felt really fucking ill about the whole thing, and part of me sort of wanted to go up to him and say, look, mate, you don't have to do this. I did this. He was probably 10, 15 years younger than me. And I remember being sat in Tesco's car park, racking up on my lap, hoping no one noticed, wondering if people noticed. And I think probably your average person wouldn't notice. But you know what they say, takes one to know one. So yeah, it was just all very familiar. And driving home, it was kind of all I could think about. And I'm still thinking about it now. And it just kind of flooded me with memories a little bit of things I used to do, and just sort of sitting in my car and doing drugs, basically. Just memories of that, which is fucking shit. It's just shit, and it's just bollocks, and it's just awful time in my life, and none of it was nice, and none of it was good, and it didn't feel good at the time, and I just used on top of that because it felt so shit, and I felt so shit about myself for doing it, that I used even more to kind of stop feeling so shit. I don't know if the light's really funny on this one. But yeah, so I just feel a bit strange. It's the first time I've sort of caught sight of drugs since getting clean. I don't know how I feel about it, really. I feel a bit freaked out by it, if I'm honest. And it just kind of brings back all the shame, the guilt and the shame of it, which is a bit tough, because I struggle with guilt and shame as it is. I really struggle with that. So to have to feel even more of it is a pretty crap. And it's partly why I don't really go out and I don't really drive anywhere. Because I don't really like going out, and I don't want to leave Jack, and I just feel safer at home. But it's because I spent so much time in my car driving around to pick up drugs, sitting in lay-bys, doing drugs, sitting in random places, waiting for drug dealers, and it's just, whenever I get in my car, I just feel weird. And if I'm out, I feel like I shouldn't be out, and I feel like I have to get home because I'm out when I shouldn't be, because I was often out when I shouldn't be. And then I get really bad anxiety about that. So I don't really know what I'm trying to say here. I'm just kind of needed to say what happened, really, I suppose. Yeah. I'll get over it. Nothing's actually happened to me. I haven't. It's not like I've used or anything. I just feel really dirty. Like I've been involved in it in some way, and it's just horrible. And I don't want to ever feel like that again. And that's kind of partly why, a lot of the reason why I don't want to go out and I don't want to socialise and I don't want to meet new people, because drugs are fucking everywhere. Everywhere. Everyone is doing drugs. Everyone is doing drugs. And you can't tell me they're not, because I fucking know. Because I've been doing it for 20 years and I've met them all. And I just think I don't need that shit in my life anymore. I don't want to put myself in that situation. I don't want to risk putting myself in that situation. So, yeah, I'm not doing it. That will be the last time I leave the house for a while, I think. Yeah. Every time I go out, something happens that kind of just puts me right back to square one again. Well, not square one, but you know what I mean. Right back to where I was, which is like the world is fucking shit and people are cunts and everyone's doing drugs and everyone's out to get me and it's all a massive fuck up and fuck my life. Oh my God. Anxiety of death. So that's kind of how I feel, which sucks. So I'm going to take my baby for a walk and, yeah, do a little self-care, I think.